Greetings and welcome. How are we all feeling at the moment? Today's topic is on construct versus destruct. And now this can relate to every area of our lives, because every experience that we go through, all our trauma, all the circumstances, everything we've been through, we learn from. And as humans, we can be very self-destructive and very destructive in general. And many of us sadly use this information and these experiences and they self-destruct because they can't process it. They can't internalize it properly. But on the other hand, we can construct from our experiences. Remember, when you are born, you're a slab of stone and you're just given a chisel and a hammer, and whatever happens, you can choose to shape or break. Remember, it's a choice. It may not be a conscious choice, especially if we are used to self-destructing, then it becomes very much a subconscious process. And it's a choice that we make early in our lives as a way of coping with our own insecurities and our own difficulties. And we choose to either destruct from everything that has happened to us and allow it to take pieces by pieces by pieces of us, or we can choose to build on from our experiences. And construction is a lot more difficult and requires a lot more determination and consistency than destruction. At the end of the day, it's how you relate to your experiences, how you internalize them, how you process them, and how you use them to guide you in life. And whether we construct or destruct has to do with how we shape our realities, how we create our realities. Is your reality one of growth, personal development, looking at different ways to create this beautiful masterpiece out of this slab of stone? Or are you seeing it in a way that I'm just going to break down and break down, and that's going to cause your reality to become very dysfunctional? You might become in denial as well, and maybe even a little delusional, because what we make of our experiences determines the meaning we'll make in our internal worlds and how we create our realities from that. Remember, you can be shaped through every experience, and that will make you a more functional, effective, and fulfilled human being. But you can also choose to break down and you become less functional, less fulfilled, more complacent, and all around you'll feel like you have this black hole inside of you and you just feel stuck. And that's what it can do when you choose rather to break down. Remember, we are shaped by everything we go through, especially how our experiences affect us and the meaning we make from that. Understand that self-destruction is actually a form of self-sabotage, and we self-sabotage when we resent ourselves, when we don't have a good relationship with ourselves, and when we're just so used to limiting ourselves and stopping ourselves and despising ourselves, then we subconsciously look for ways to hurt ourselves further. If you self-sabotage a lot and you get into a brand new relationship, but everything you do, you're starting a fight, you're closed off, you don't want to communicate, you don't want to be open to the other person, but you really want to be with them, then yes, you may be self-sabotaging 100%. And we do this without realizing it because we don't feel worthy and we don't feel like we deserve good things. So we are always out to get ourselves. And that's what's so self-destructive about self-sabotage. Remember, you are that slab of stone. You are your blank canvas. It's all about how you take care of the little tools that you have. Remember, you're a canvas. And yes, you have 3 colors and a paintbrush. But it's all about topping up that paint and cleaning that paintbrush and maintaining your tools and sharpening your tools so that you can get this beautiful picture, this beautiful masterpiece that only you can create. Remember, constructing the self is growing and developing. When you choose to shape yourself, when you grow in confidence and resilience, you will realize that as you shape yourself, you learn things, you grow in experience, you grow in maturity. And you'll realize that your personal growth and your personal development are within reach and it's sustainable. And that's what happens when we don't allow things to ruin us. Because remember, you can only allow the things to ruin you that you assign meaning to. When you choose to build and grow and move forward, then you are growing and developing because you choose to construct the self. And that is such an amazing thing we can do. And it completely gets rid of any form of self-sabotage because you grow in confidence. You grow in your self-worth. It's all about what you make of your experiences and perspectives. And this will be heavily influenced by how you internalize reality. Are you more optimistic, more pessimistic? Do you view things in a very practical way? Do you view things in a very creative way? And the meaning that you create from those experiences and what you morally decide was right or wrong, your own personal truth and your own personal beliefs will determine whether you construct from something or whether you destruct from something. And destruction happens in the comfort zone. Remember, in the comfort zone, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're happy and fulfilled. It just means that you're comfortable with the situation. You're comfortable with your complacency, your bad habits, your toxic relationships, your unhealthy lifestyle. And the comfort zone is very, very limiting. And you cannot grow within the comfort zone. And that's what makes it very difficult for us to not self-destruct. Because in your comfort zone, you may not be happy, but it's just easier. It just feels more natural to copy those habits and to reinforce certain things and certain ideas and beliefs in the way that you view your reality. Remember, it's important to focus more on what you can create instead of focusing on what's weighing you down. When you have a creative mindset or creator mindset, you will focus more on what you can achieve, more on what you can work towards instead of, oh, this is difficult, oh, life is rough. Life is rough, life is difficult, life is chaotic, life is erratic. But if you keep your focus on what's bad right now and you can only think of the bad things, then you'll end up destructing instead of constructing. Constructing and growing is how we adapt and create what we want out of life. Change your lens And the way you view yourself, your perspective is the lens through which you view your external world and how you translate that into your reality. And ultimately, construction will serve you, destruction will break you. But it's all about what you make of your experiences, how you adapt to difficulties, and how you establish what you want out of life. So remember, you are unique and valuable. Take care of that stunning person. Stay strong wherever you're from. You are worthy.